Magandang hapon po muli. Pang-boxing lipat naman tayo sa Dragon Boat. Sa wakas, na-anting ko na rin ang ating man of the hour, ang founder at CEO ng PADS Adaptive Dragon Boat Team, the team manager. Nakapag-uwi ng 6 golds, 5 silver, and 11 bronze medals in the recent IDBF Dragon Boat World Championship sa Thailand. Kahit alam natin yung kakaiba ang background kasi under construction pa ang ating mas malaking taanan natin sa ngayon. So, i-welcome po muna natin muli si JP Baunes. Mayong hapon and welcome back sa Sports Corner PH Zoomcast natin.
Yes, magandang hapon po sa lahat ng followers ng Sports Corner. Thank you so much, Sir Gab, for this opportunity to be part of your program once again.
Nakailang beses kayo na nakapag-guest sa aming programa, pero it's great to see our pads sa ating Philippine Para Dragon Boat Team. Nag-uwi nga ng 6 na ginto dyan sa IDBF. Nakakapag-busy na kayo sa inyong mga ginagawa, and of course the celebrations. I also watched some snippets ng press con ninyo last week, at exciting talaga mangyayari po. Pads, kumusta na po kayo, sir, sa ngayon?
So far, we're doing good naman. I think all of the paddlers are recovering, resting, and spending time with their families kasi matagal-tagal din yung preparation natin, no? Waking up early in the morning, as early as 3 a.m. Wala na sila sa bahay nila, nagte-training na sila. So, and then work. So, more or less for the past 3 to 6 months, yung mga paddlers talaga nakafocus yung oras nila sa pagsasagwan. So, I think it's about time for them to spend more time with their family. Saka bawi sa tulog, bawi sa pagod at sakit ng katawan. And then we have the opportunity din to meet our local government units for them to be recognized at saka mabigyan din sila ng support, no, for the success that they have done for the country.
Okay, so bago tayo tutungo dito sa IDBF Worlds, sigat natin ng konti itong recent event ninyo, which is yung Youth Dragon Boat Regatta last weekend sa Mandaue, Cebu. Kung saan nilaro nito ng mahigit 27 to 28 na mga barangay sa Mandaue. Tell us more about it. Of course, it paved way sa mga aspiring Dragon Boat paddlers na lumaban, and of course for their chance na balang araw pwede maglaro for the country, and of course representing yung iba't ibang mga clubs.
Yes, just last Saturday, August 19, we successfully organized the Youth Dragon Boat Regatta here in Mandaue City. No? So this is in partnership with the Charter Day celebration ng Mandaue City, in partnership with the different agencies, especially with the Kaabag Foundation ng Mandaue City, Mandaue Sports Office, the Mandaue Youth Development Office, at saka interagency, no, ng Mandaue City. So we're very happy of the turnout, no. So we were able to at least get around nearly 700 young paddlers, no, from 27 barangays in Mandaue City. So this is the second year already. Nalagpasan natin yung number of paddlers last year, no. Last year kasi mga nasa 400 plus lang. So mga nasa siguro mga 18 to 19 barangays lang yun. Pero this year all of the barangays, no, covered in Mandaue City are able to participate, and we were able to train them. And last Saturday, they were able to compete side by side with the different barangays. And then malaki potential ng Mandaue City in terms of the youth, kasi maraming talent na kaming nakita, and the structure itself in terms of the program dito sa Mandawi City is very good. So the future is really bright for grassroots Dragon Boat program dito sa syudad.
Okay, so let's go now to the main topic, which is yung IDBF World Championships. This is actually the second time, no, na sumali with the support niya ng PDBF.
Yes, we are truly grateful to the support and leadership of Attorney JP Villanueva, no, the president of the Philippine Dragon Boat Federation. Also, Madam Marcia Cristobal as well, and all the PDBF officers and team managers for accommodating and assisting the team doon sa World Championship. So it was really a group effort, especially in the PD2 category, no? Kasi we realized that we need to also adjust, no, to the race, no. Yung game plan natin totally na nag-iba when we are able to arrive in Thailand. So then we decided to seek and agree to the suggestion din ng PDBF to fuse, no, our able paddlers and disabled paddlers para mas lalo pang lumakas yung team natin. And yun, we were successful naman yung plano. So very very meaningful din, no, for us. And yun, nakakuha tayo ng 6 medals na gold and silver and bronze medals also.
Okay, so dapat si Attorney JP o Japo kang ma-interview ko, pero ikaw pala yung ipagkapamanayam natin para dito with regards na doon sa IDBF Worlds campaign natin. So quickly, tell us yung ginawa ninyong training na sa Mandawi for a couple of months. Tatlong beses kada araw, sinabi mo noon yung training. Pero as time passes by, araw-araw ang training, kasama rin iba't ibang mga aspects like conditioning, sa mental and physical health, and of course, napanatili talaga yung positive mindset ng ating mga paddlers natin in keeping their goal na makakakuha tayo ng ginto someday sa Worlds.
Yes, yun, we're looking into the holistic aspect, no, of developing our athletes. Hindi lang puro physicality and conditioning, but also yung sport psychology. Importante po talaga yun going to the World Championships. Kasi as a team din, nalilimutan din natin yung mga individual needs ng mga athletes natin, no, going or flying to other countries. So ano yung mga iiwan nila, no, dito sa or the same time yung mga pinagdadaanan ng mga individual athletes natin na hindi sila share. So we wanted to provide those kind of support for them para at least ready sila physically, mentally, emotionally, na-address yung mga needs ng mga paddlers. Kaya yung support team natin is composed of 18 people para matuunan talaga ng pansin yung holistic aspect ng development ng mga paddlers.
Okay. Diretso na tayo sa review ng mga matches, pero mamaya na muna yung mismong events na nanalo kayo ng ginto. Unahin natin yung mga first days pa lang ng event, day 1 saka day 2. Parang mailap para sa inyo yung ginto, lalo na dun sa 2,000 meters, 1,000 meter event. Kaya ang ending, at least naka-podium pa rin tayo, either silver or bronze. Yung assessment nyo dun sa 1K saka 2K meters events na sinalihan nyo on the first 2 days of competition.
Yeah, first 2 days was 2,000 meters. And then second day was 1,000 meters, no? But we were we were with we were actually surprised kasi uh, maraming mga aspect din sa race. Say for example, before the race, meron tayong classifier. So two of our PD1 athletes were promoted to PD2, meaning to say hindi na sila makakasagwan sa PD1. So we were trying to appeal for that, pero yun nga, the decision was made final a day before the race. So nakuhaan tayo ng paddlers for PD1. Secondly, we don't have any idea about the training and the performance ng Canadian team. So mayroong nag-news blackout talaga sila. So we did not really have anything to prepare for them. On the other way around, marami silang natutunan sa pads, no? Sa Philippine team kasi we're very visible in social media. Then thirdly, sa long distances talaga, advantage yung western countries kasi mataas sila, mas malakas. And then in terms of mobility, majority ng mga paddlers nila meron lang PTSD or blind. So mean to say hindi talaga problema yung movement nila inside the boat compared to our team sa Philippines. Majority ng mga paddlers natin mga amputee, polio survivors. So medyo mahirap hindi nila na-reach talaga yung full potential nila in terms of paddling, no? O yung paddling form talaga nila meron talagang deficiency. So yun yung mga challenges. And dito kasi sa Philippines medyo diado talaga tayo sa long distances kasi majority of the races here are short distances, 500 or 200 meters, no? So advantageous yun sa mga western countries tulad ng Canada, India, US. But sa first day talaga nakuha yun ng Canada, and sa second day we were actually anticipating to get our first gold sa first day. Kaso we got a time penalty of 15 seconds kaya nag-second tayo sa Canada, no? On the second day din sa 1,000 meters, yun na-surprise tayo sa India. So yun, that's how race is all about, that's sports eh. So we cannot control the outcome of every result. So yun, we just wanted to maintain the high morale of our paddlers. That's why we're very keen to talk to them after every race. Kahit they're getting frustrated each day kasi yun, very elusive yung gold sa World Championships, and yung pagpanalo pa lang millisecond lang yung yung advantage. So that's how it turned out on the third day. So yun, we were able to adjust, and sabi nga, never underestimate the fighting spirit of a Filipino athlete kasi doon napalabas talaga ng mga atleta natin yung puso nila, no, during the race.
And diretso na tayo sa pinaka-shining moment, yung highlight nitong competition sa Para Dragon. Dahil meron tayong dalawang teams, sa Team A at Team B. Yung isang team ay may kasamang paddlers na rin galing sa military at sa PDBF. Nagwagi tayo ng 6 na ginto sa 2,000, 200 and 500 meter categories na sabi mo nga ito yung pinaka-advantage ninyo. Di natin i-elaborate yung mga specific categories na sasabihin natin. Pero how do you think about dun sa pagkapanalo? And we have dominated the world's best, lalo na yung isa sa mga mahigpit nating karibal na Canada na sabi mo nga kanina wala kayong alam dun sa mga galaw ng kalaban kasi alam natin medyo mahigpit yung training, sinisikreto nga, pero at least nagbunga nga yung lahat ng pagsisikap nyo na magkaginto. Ikwento nyo sa amin yung sa 500 at sa 200.
Yes, no, sa dalawang kategory, PD1, no? PD1 ito yung all paddlers with disability. And then PD2 naman, mayroon tayong abled at saka paddlers with disability na maghalo in one boat. So sa 500 at 200 meters, fourth day, third day. So doon binuhos talaga natin yung lakas natin doon. Noting that dito tayo nag-ensayo talaga. Ito yung strength natin. Pero alam mo, si Canada, hindi din talaga bumigay eh. 0.1 second lang yung binigay nila no after 3 rounds to get our first gold. Kaya it was really emotional for the team. We did not celebrate early kasi yun, nabiktima tayo sa day 1 at day 2. Nag-celebrate tayo early. Kaya we waited for the official race results to be printed. And doon, si Madam Marcia nga told us to wait for the printed results. And then yun, when we got the results, yun, tears starts to fall in our eyes kasi it was a very emotional race for us sa first day. Kala namin hindi na talaga kami makaka-gold because na-dominate talaga ng Canada. But yun, with the fighting spirit and puso and the same time, yung collective effort together with elite paddlers ng PDBF, naka-gold tayo sa PD2. But for the PD1 talaga, yun, it was all effort, no, all heart, all grit ng mga paddlers natin coming here sa Cebu. So we got 2 consecutive gold medals sa third day, and then yun, we never look back after. Sunod, kinuha na natin yun lahat na ano pang gold medal na pwede makuha natin. So kaya nakuha tayo ng 6 gold medals. Pero alam mo, sa fourth and fifth day, it was a battle of a battle of drummers, no? It was a game of strategy, parang naging chess game yung laro natin eh. Our drummers were really looking against Canada, and here yung drummer natin, I want to take this opportunity to really commend our drummer si Maymay. No, happens to be my wife again also na it was a game of drummers talaga kasi yun na they were able to determine the winner at the end of the race na nagbabasahan na sila ng laro eh. So yun, that made the game or the race more interesting and more competitive kasi hindi lang dinaan sa lakas eh. Technically, malakas talaga Canada because they're very long, they're very tall, mataas yung reach nila. But yun, we also was able to use strategy and yung wit natin in terms of how we can win the race. So that was a very interesting race sa short distances.
Sa bagay, talagang dedicated yung mga paddlers natin na boss sa itong mission natin na may alay ang kanyang ginagawa pa sa bayan. At of course, nung sinabitan ng medalya, tapos inawit niya yung ating national anthem, dito pa lang naiyak na. And all the efforts na binigay ng mga paddlers, especially your wife, bilang isa sa mga driver, sabihin natin natupad o nagbunga para sa inyo.
Sarap pala kumanta, no, ng Philippine National Anthem in the foreign land, no. For the past 3 days, hindi natin na nagawa yun. We were very talaga every day nag-grow yung natin yung determination, yung uhaw, no, na one of these days makanta din natin yung uh, national anthem ng Pilipinas. And on the third day, nagawa natin kantahin yun. It was really emotional. It was really meaningful. Alam mo, hindi lang Team Philippines ang kumanta eh. There were also Filipino paddlers in the different teams who are already have migrated in the US, in Australia, in other countries. They also sang, no, together with the Philippine team. That's why it was really meaningful na makita natin na binabandera yung flag natin, and masarap yung feeling na pinaghirapan talaga, no, for the past 6 months, hindi lang sa training pero yung mga challenges din financially, emotionally, lahat-lahat yun. It all paid off nung we're able to sing the national anthem and raise our flag at the end of the day.
Alam natin, dynamic talaga yung full force ng ating mga Pinoy paddlers mula pa Pilipinas ba lang o kahit nare-represent na ng ibang bansa sa mga competitions na rin. At pagkanta pa lang ng national anthem, tiyak, naiiyak at siyempre iaalay puso natin ito. Pero ang pinaka nakakadurog ng puso malaman, before the games, kulang kayo sa equipment. Although, yung preparation, okay naman kayo, preparation-wise. At yung target na ma-reach yung pinaka highest peak ng budget niyo, hindi nyo inabot. Pati na rin yung pag-process sa paperwork during the Thailand trip. Kaya, pagdating pa lang sa Thailand, pinagtawanan pa kayo ng ibang mga kasama na sinasabing, wala kayong budget, no? Tapos, ang balita ko narinig, bigla kayong pinali sa kanya-kanyang rooms ng mga unang araw nitong competition. Ano ba yung mga struggles na inyong kinaharap nyo behind the scenes?
I think it not only applies to the Para-Dragon team, but I think it applies to the entire Philippine delegation. No, isang lang tayo isang hotel lang tayo doon, and yun, we were warned by the hotel management na kung hindi magbayad ang buong Philippine delegation, including us, magla-lockdown sila. Hindi na kami makakagamit sa room. So, ganun. Napaka-demoralizing naman. At the same time, yun, yung bus namin, medyo struggle talaga. Kasi, yun, while other countries, lang sila, isang bagsakan lang sila eh. From hotel to race venue and vice versa. Pero tayo, isang bus lang talaga for the entire Philippine delegation. So, yun, we were really aspiring to get more support, especially from the national agencies, no, na ma-recognize naman yung mga yung mga needs ng mga atleta natin. Pero tinawanan na lang namin kasi we don't want to make any excuses you just want to focus on racing and winning for our country. Pero yun, as part of the management ng team, yun, medyo nakakadurog ng puso. Masakit, pero it also fueled us to be more determined, no, to be eager, no, to win more para hopefully pagbalik natin, we can get more support. And I think it's a reality talaga na you have to prove first before you get support. So, we did our best. The paddlers were really paddling their hearts out, kaya yun, we were able to surpass, no, the medal count that we got the last 2019 World Championship, and we are also able to elevate, no, the world rankings ng Philippine team from I think last time mga 12 lang tayo 12, 8. So now we are number 6 in the world. So nagbunga rin yung pinaghirapan ng team. So we're very happy about the outcome, and we're hoping and praying that we'll get more support next time sa World Championship.
Kaya yung pinanawagan ninyo sa presscon, sana makinig naman yung mga LGUs, mga national government agencies. Although, may isang mabubuting loob na senador na tumulong sa campaign, which is si Senator Christopher Bongo, na committee chairman ng Senate for Sports, na very supportive nga sa ating campaign. At sana marinig ito ng PSC, saka POC. Kasi of course, ang PDBF, ang inyong mother NSA ay mahigit isang dekada nang hindi kinikilala bilang NSA. And of course, alam na natin, pinalitan na ito ng PCKDF na current NSA natin sa Dragon Boat. So, ito siguro yung isa sa mga panawagan ninyo na sana mabigyan kayo ng funding from the government mismo to PSC, kasama na rin yung mga LGU sectors at iba pa mga private sponsors.
So, naman, I think we want to leave the politics to our leaders, no? So, ayaw din natin makialam sa politika ng sports. We'll leave it to the leaders of PDBF, and hopefully they will be able to get recognition, no, reinstatement para ma-recognize din yung hindi maapektahan yung mga paddlers natin, no. Mahirap din kasi pag involve yung mga athletes we just want the athletes to focus on training and competition. And then for the local government units naman, yeah, we are actually thankful sa support nila, no, in this past few years. We just want to make improvements, no, siguro sa processing na hopefully before umalis ang team, at least may madala sila para hindi na sila umutang pa ba. So, but we are grateful to the support, particularly in the grassroots program. I need to mention Mandawi City, Cebu City, Lapu-Lapu. They've been very supportive naman of our athletes, no, individually. And then hopefully there will be more improvements, no, in terms of funding support. I think today we heard that they are developing a budget already for next year, which is a very good development and a good moral booster sa mga athletes natin na andito. So we're very happy of that, and we're truly thankful to the different local government units sa suporta nila at sa mga darating pa na support na makukuha ng mga athletes natin dito sa Cebu. So and then we are hoping talaga for PSC, for the national agencies, no, to at least naman provide reimbursement ba. Kasi yun, kawawa din yung mga athletes natin nagamit talaga yung mga personal expenses nila. Alam mo, nangutang pa sila. They've used all their credit card para lang masuportahan yung mga teammates, para mapadala lahat ng mga athletes, no. And we are also grateful for our mga consultants, mga volunteers doon sa Thailand, kasi alam mo, the third day wala na kaming pera. So there was a Singaporean guy who volunteered for the team, si Sir Calvin. So Calvan, who really funded the team sa pagkain, no? So very thankful kami, no, sa mga generous individuals who believe in the team. Kahit hindi sila Pilipino pero they were the ones who really made effort, no? And meron din tayong mga OFWs, no? Si Sir Andrew, who just flew all the way from the States para lang maka-volunteer for the team. So, yun, nagpapasalamat kami sa lahat ng mga tumulong, yung mga rehab specialist natin who made sure na hindi ma-injured yung mga athletes natin. They're doing all this for the country. They're doing this for volunteerism. So, hopefully, ma-recognize yun ng gobyerno. And then they don't have to shell out, no, from their personal pockets sa susunod na mga tournament. Kasi we're representing naman the country. Yun.
So what's next for Pads for the latter part of the year? Bago tayo magbigay ng inyong final remarks, ito yung last question natin. Ano yung susunod?
Yeah, we have an invitation to race in Las Vegas this October. And then we are also aiming to develop our uh, youth team dito sa Mandawi City to the help of the local government units. Sana we're crossing our fingers ma-approve yung budget proposal for new equipment for the youth program talaga, grassroots program ng kabataan dito sa Mandawi City, ma-approve yun. And then Cebu City is hosting the palarong pambansa. We've heard that they're planning to involve Dragon Boat as one of the sports ng palaro. So very exciting, no? Very exciting times ahead. Next year we are also racing for the Club Crew World Championships in Ravenna, Italy. Okay, sometime around this month, no? Meron din World Cup of Nations yata next year eh. Top 12 teams. So since pasok na yung Philippines doon, I think magko-compete yung Philippines na sa World Cup. And then 2 years from now, 2025, Germany naman tayo, no? So we're hoping na we can compete there once again. That's why we are recruiting, no? I'm inviting everyone. If you are an athlete with disability, or if you are a person with disability, no, and you love sports or you have never tried sports, okay, so please contact PADS, Dragon Boat Team. Kasi we're looking for new athletes na matrain. And we're also looking forward again to work with our elite team, no, sa PDBF sa mga upcoming na mga races sa PD2. While we also have our athletes dito na able, we are also looking forward na at least to get more participation from the PDBF. At the same time, we are inviting everyone to support, no, the journey of PADS, and at the same time looking forward to partner with everyone who wants to be part of our journey, no, sa Para Dragon sa World Championship.
Again, congratulations sa Pads on the 6th medal all sa IDBF Worlds. Wala muna tayong photo op. So, Sir JP, baka pwede ninyo maghingi ng inyong pasasalamat sa lahat ng mga taong sumusuporta and of course naniniwala sa tagline natin na bugsay, antog, mabuwang.
Okay po, we'd like to thank everyone, all the sponsors and donors, especially to the professional healthcare recruiters, no? Ms. Cora Sanders for supporting PADS. We also want to thank the Philippine Dragon Boat Federation for giving us the opportunity to represent our country once again in the World Championships. And also gusto namin pasalamatan yung mga elite paddlers din na who race side by side with our Para Dragon. Okay, so malaking tulong din yun, no? They have contributed to 3 golds for the Para Dragon division. So malaking tulong din yun na we're able to race side by side with our elite paddlers together with the Philippine Dragon Boat Federation. So maraming salamat, Attorney JP Villanueva, to Madam Marcia Cristobal, and to the officers and team managers of the Philippine Dragon Boat Federation. Also, we'd like to thank our head coach, Coach Harlan Barraquero, no, for guiding and mentoring our paddlers and bringing the best out of our paddlers, no, during the race. And to all our medical team headed by Dr. Luhindre Adorable of PINMA, Southwestern University, and Vicente Soto Medical Memorial Medical Center, no, Rehab Science Division, for allowing us to use the CPET machine during the training. We also like to thank all the local government units dito where we are based here, Mandawi City, Mayor Jonas Cortez, for your support to our paddlers, to our Mandawi City paddlers, and for also believing in the grassroots development program. To Mayor Hong Chan of Lapu-Lapu City, Mayor Mike Rama, the council, Vice Mayor Raymond Garcia, Councilor Dondon Hontiveros also. And we also like to thank Commissioner Edward Haico of the Philippine Sports Commission, and to Senators Bongo, to the staff, sa lahat po na hindi ko po na-mention, wag po kayong magtampo. Ah, and to all the donors, no, individual donors, who have helped in the fundraising efforts of PADS. You know who you are po. The time may be limited, but I'm really praying for your blessing and